people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take her.
We are here live in Agege Pen Cinema, where we took to the streets to talk to the people about corruption and how we can eliminate it in our Nigerian politics. Now, how have you been able to contribute to the development of our nation? A lot of people feel that corruption has further eaten deep into the system of our governance, while others feel that it is the enlightenment that we give to the people that would actually reduce the effect of corruption in Nigerian politics. What is your take? What do you think are the ways that we can eliminate corruption in politics? I am Justina, reporting for Coded TV.
All right, I'm Akini Belabanji Stephen. Talking about corruption, I think, to my own view, I think every human is corrupt and everyone has a tendency to go corrupt. So it takes instituted rules or laws to curb all these actions. We can see the likes of some other countries that they lay down rules and they also make sure they execute the rules. So the problem that we have in Nigeria is the problem of execution of the laws. Some people believe that they are above the law. So if we have the laws, the constitution is very strong, but we are not implementing this constitution. So if we can implement the constitution, I think the issue of corruption will be reduced. And one of the reasons we are having this, especially in politics, is because of the monetary and the ambiguity in their monetary allocation to government officials. So if that can be reduced or can be cut, I think we are going to have a way forward in this country. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Olabode Johnson. Well, I'm relating education to corruption elimination. And to me, we are going to look at, it's better if we look at corruption, education in two different settings. If it's the formal school settings, the formal settings, to me, there's no way the normal school settings or the formal education is going to help in eliminating corruption. But then, enlightenment, orientation can still play a major role. But irrespective of the orientation, I think it depends on the individual also. This corruption mindset is something that has been built over the years. So it's going to take time before corruption can be eliminated. Not something we should be looking at for this coming election. So it's something that's going to take time because of the mindset that has been broken, that has been created. So this mindset needs to be broken one after the other so that we can have a free corruption mindset generation, which will help in eliminating corruption.
Thank you.
I'm Adeni Sunday Adewale by name. Actually, we need God in our country for us to escape through the present situation, most especially in terms of our leadership. We have two major political parties that are major players in our economy, in our country, sorry. But we discovered that they are only mentioning, clamoring, fighting of corruption, averting corruption in all sectors. But sincerely, it's really affecting every phases of the economy. Is it education? Is it health? Is it housing? Just begins to mention it has really hit deep on us. Look at, for instance, now we're on strike. I'm a lecturer of tertiary institution. We're on strike because of how much? Because of corruption. This agreement has been entering into for so many years, but nobody is thinking it deep to, okay, let me go back and see what I can do. So it is virtually affecting everything. And the way we are fighting corruption in this country is different from the way other developed countries are fighting corruption. Look at what is happening in the recent time. I don't want to mention it, but just pray that God should help us. But for a common man to live, we should hope on God.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ìlú wa yìí bó ṣe ń lọ yìí ó ń da náà ní ká wí but àwọn ìjọba wa yìí náà ó kù díẹ̀ sí ọwọ́ wọn nínú àtúnṣe ilẹ̀ yìí torí pé ìlú yìí bó ṣe ń lọ nísìnyí ọ̀pọ̀ wa ń bímọ púpọ̀ pọ̀ kò sí iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ wa dẹ̀ ń jáde tí ò ríṣẹ́ ṣe then again àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè wa yìí again gbọ́dọ̀ ti ń ṣe é sìn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ ó ti wọ́n yìíká ráìsì ń sìn ó ti ń di 300 a máa dẹ̀ lọ rà ní Kútọ́nù lọ́hùn àwọn custom wọn á gba bribe lọ́nà wọn ò ní mú wọn mọ́ tó bá dé Ṣàngó ń bíbà tẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ta ráìsì tó wọ́n fẹ́ gbé lọ sínú ṣọ́ọ̀bù tí wọ́n fẹ́ tà wọ́n á tún lọ mú wọn wọ́n á tún arrest wọn wọ́n á gba ráìsì lọ́wọ́ wọn gbogbo yẹn kò bójú mu rárá ní Nàìjíríà torí pé oúnjẹ tá máa jẹ tá máa yàgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ni but tí wòyàn bá happen ìlú ò lè wà okay but tí oúnjẹ bá less tí ọ̀rọ̀ bí epo náà bá lọlẹ̀ kò ní ṣólè kò dẹ̀ ní sí wàhálà.
Well, you see, corruption started from the child. Every Nigerian child that is born today, the corruption is already in the blood. So, and again, looking at it, our government is not doing anything to kill this corruption. You see somebody saying that because my family is somewhere, so I don't need to pass through some procedure, I just have to be there. And this is what is killing our system today. Everybody, even child, if you give a child 500 naira today, and you give the child biscuits, the child will throw the biscuit away and take that 500 naira. That is where corruption starts from. This one will say, my child, I want my child to go to this university, I want my child to go to this university, without the child reading for exam. So all these things are killing the country today. So I think what the government should need to do is to try and make sure that, okay, anybody that is perpetrating any form of corruption, EFCC should try the person. That is what I can say about it.
Thank you very much.
I think education and enlightenment plays a huge role in attacking corruption because quite a number of people don't even understand what corruption does to the society. And I don't think it's just big corruption. Yes, I know we're talking a lot about politicians and politics, but I think small things that we do. I think we, the populace as well, also contribute a large part, so we play a huge role in corruption as well, because it is people like us that would run for office and become the government at the end of the day. So I think we also do small things. So small, anything for the weekend, sir. Or you go to someone's office and the person is like, oh, before you can see Oga, you have to drop something for the boys, So things like that, little things. Or even when you go to buy fuel, for instance, and someone wants to collect keg money as well. So I think all of that is very important. So people need to know that these little things build up to become big things. And we don't really, I feel like quite a number of people don't know what both small and big corruption actually does. It creates a situation where both rich and poor suffer. It's not just the poor people that suffer from corruption. It's not just people that don't have the means. Everyone is negatively affected by it. So I think there should be more awareness made about these things. There should be more talks about it. More people should be made to understand that as long as you're a part of the system and doing wrong things, you are contributing to it, and we will not grow, we will not leave the same spot. Things will just keep getting worse and worse, and nothing will ever get better.
Thank you.
Firstly, the system that is using on the stopping of corruption is single accounts. It's exposing many things on the corruption issue. But I believe when the president and the entire members of presidencies continue, the corruption will be flushed totally. So why that particular corruption is the one that is frustrating and collapse the economic of this country. I think you understand me. So when there is no corruption, everything will be okay. Our economic in this nation will balance. That's what I believe. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I think you should start from the house, from your immediate family, because everybody in Nigeria is corrupt, and that's the way everybody sees us in the global world. Once you come with your passport and they say, oh, this is a Nigerian, they see you as a corrupt person. So if you want to make any change, we should start from the home and the church.
Home and the church. Yes. Thank you very much, ma.
When it comes to corruption, the truth is that I don't really know what to say. That's just it, because the way things are going in Nigeria now, I believe the government cannot do anything about corruption. That's just the truth. And the only way corruption can stop in Nigeria, yeah. In fact, there is no way. That's just the truth. There's no way. There's no way. Because when you look around the world now, a lot of countries are facing different crises. Some are facing disaster. Our problem here is corruption. I feel that's just the problem we are facing here in Nigeria. And one way to stop is if the government themselves do something about it. If they willingly submit themselves to serve the country very well, I'm very sure that is when corruption will stop. But the truth is that they cannot. They will continue, corruption will continue to happen in this Nigeria. The only solution is just God's kingdom.
We have heard it all. A lot of people have different things to say about corruption and the depth at which it has eaten deep into the system of politics. What have you got to say? Follow us on all our social media platforms and express yourself. It is a free world. Express. It is called Niger Talks. My name is Justina for Coded TV.